I got soul, 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 soul. I said, oh! All right, Jake, play us something. I got that soul power, soul power, soul. 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 Let's say take me home. All right, listen to me, man. Hit me. 3 times, 1, 2, 3, come on. Oh. You know what I mean? Let me break your hip. I let your backbone slam now. Like James Brown said, give me 2. Tell me what to do now, baby. Break it down on the 1. Get up off that thing, get up. Get up, get up, get up. Get up off that thing, get up. Get up over that thing, yeah, yeah. Get up off that thing, get up. Get up off that thing, get up. I say it one more time for me, baby. I say take me home.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. It's good to be back with you. It's been a week. I was in the Bahamas hanging out with my family, and I'm glad to be back on stream. I know you guys had a great week of trading. I kind of am sad that I missed participating with you guys on stream, but we got a lot to talk about. You know, going into this morning, we just had breaking news. I think it's probably the most important thing we should jump into is that they are now reporting from both sides. This is not just a Trump news story. This is both sides. The Iranian foreign minister on X says that in line with the ceasefire in Lebanon, passage through the strait has been declared completely open. Completely open. Now, if you remember back on, I think it was April 7th, I threw up a tweet and I said, because we started pumping back then, I said, if we're going to pump just on the idea that it was open, I think here, the strait is open and ships can flow safely headline. What's that going to do to oil? Maybe $55 a barrel. Well, right now, look at the dump this morning, down 8%, as you can see below my face. The spot is down 8%. The crude oil futures are down almost 14%. So where do we go? I don't know. I mean, the bottom of oil is not my job to tell you where we're going, but I think it's just in line with, you know, what we were kind of anticipating almost 2 weeks ago, that stocks would continue to go higher and eventually oil would pull back. As soon as the strait reopens, we're safe. Jet fuel prices in Europe, we're safe. That means we're going to London for prop firm Match Expo, everybody, you know, in June. So it's good news. It's just good news. You know, I don't think it's one of those things that's like, I knew this would happen. I knew that. No one knows what's going to happen. But the best thing to do is be invested in the market and not bet against America. So if you're new to the stream, welcome. We do not trade the first 15 minutes. We watch the opening range set. So we're going to do that this morning. We'll go over some news stuff. Brian Shannon had a tweet I wanted to share with you guys. I got some information I want to get from you guys too. I got some polls that I'd like to run today. We can take a look at some of the trades from this week. If anybody has any losses that they'd like to go over, I'd love to see those. If you have any really nice wins, we can pull those up too. Jordan, what's up, buddy? Rob, what's up? Good morning, everybody. Murray, Erkan. If you're watching on X or on YouTube this morning, we are not going to pay attention to your chat. We prioritize our ASFX TV members. If you'd like to sign up, you can head to the link at the top left of the screen. It's free. So head there if you'd like. For our ASFX TV people, because it's Friday and because I missed you so much, you know we're going to do a couple of giveaways today. So make sure you put your name on the giveaway form. I just put the link in the live chat there. One per person, please. One per person. Bro, the Brian Shannon, what did that say? The Brian Shannon is legit as fuck. Yeah, Nathan, he is. We're really excited to have him at the boot camp this year. You know, I haven't been talking about the boot camp because we sold out the boot camp, but we're really excited to have him. We got Steve Collegian. We got a lot of VWAP guys. So with markets in the position that they're at, what better time to go into the boot camp next month? You know what I'm saying? Adam, yep, I did. You should have gotten that account. If not, send me another email, please. I'll take care of that. First time on the stream, Camille, welcome. If you're new, please let me know where you're coming in from. Let me know how you found us. Again, in the first 15 minutes, we kind of do a news update. We watch Bookmap. We let the opening range set. If you don't know what the opening range is, it's the high and low set in the first 15 minutes. And it plays a big role in how we trade. So if you're new to the stream and you're thinking, why aren't these guys calling trades? Let's slow down. It's Friday. You're probably up this week as long as you clicked buy and not sell. And you want to keep those gains. So I would, encourage you, especially if you're in your first month, Futures 101, Futures 2.0. That's the most important thing you could do this weekend, for sure. So I want to share so much with you guys. Where do I want to start today? I have so much to share. It's been so long, I feel like, since I've seen you guys. When I'm on vacation, I don't like to trade. This was a vacation. We went to the Atlantis, did some gambling, stayed up late, had good dinners, so I'm not in the routine to trade. So I just didn't want to be fully focused on markets. Now, when I travel to Fort Lauderdale and I'm fucking around with the boys, filming podcasts and stuff, I trade on those trips because I don't bring my wife and kid with me. You know what I mean? I'm more locked in. So yeah, put the markups in there. Logan, love to see that. Joe Mo's green for the week. Matthew, finished 2.0. Really good videos. Yeah, and honestly, Matt, I'm not just saying this. Please watch it 2 or 3 times. It'll just make the streams easier to understand. It'll make it easier to understand what we're looking for. Now, before anybody fucking asks me, Randy and Evan, I gave them off today. Let's see if they show up or not. That's going to be the trick. Do they show up and trade? Do they actually listen to me and take the day off? We'll find out, everybody. We'll find out. Up 12-10 for the week on Instant Sim. Haven't performed this well in months. James, what do you think credits that, brother? Let's shit on the doomers. Oh, we will. We'll get there. Here's the giveaway link again. I'm going to throw that in the chat a couple of times today. Everybody, just make sure you get your name on there once for me, please. Okay? So again, markets are up this morning. Higher, of course, but higher especially on the news. Not only that the Strait is reopening, but also that there seems to be a final stage to the negotiation of this peace between Iran and us. You know what I'm saying? In Israel. So I think as that even gets finalized, that could be another headline that pumps it. And I think Trump likes that. I think Trump knows that. The thought that I had, you go back to April 7th, market starts pumping. Let's take a look at the chart so we can see this. And that way I can try to explain my thought process to you guys. Yeah, look, there we are. SPX today, way up. We go to SPY, actually. So April 7th, we're right here. I'll circle April 7th. Right here. That's April 7th. That last black handle there. Okay? So we rewind the clock to April 7th. We get good headlines. For a few days, the market's starting to come out of a 9% and 8% pullback off all-time highs, which is average. Every year, on average, we pull back 11%. So this is an average pullback in the middle of what some people thought was going to be nuclear war. It ends up being a great dip buy for investors. On the 7th, we get good headlines. I said, wait for the Strait is open headline and ships can safely flow. Oil's going to drop to 55 maybe at that point. Now, we look at today. Markets at new all-time highs in stocks, and crude oil prices are down 14%. off the all-time high on the futures, we're down 32% on oil. So then the next thought would be, knowing the way Trump negotiates, when he says negotiations are final, we're bringing the boys home, what does that do to the market? I don't know. Probably not send it lower, because I definitely wouldn't take that side of any bet. And then if we just zoom out to this one back here, this was probably the one that aged best. I said, after listening to Pete Hegseth this morning, I reaffirm my position. There will be no boots on the ground. Moving all the troops is a negotiating tactic, and no one wants to invade. And I got ripped in the comments by people who are not American, which is the crazy thing. They ripped me and they were like, no, Israel controls everyone. Trump's their puppet. They're going to nuke the world. Well, you missed the dip because you're a doomer. It's sad. It really is sad. I don't do it to roast people. I'm doing it because you want to learn. I want to give good advice to the guys that are 21, 22, 23, 10 years younger than me. And I want to be able to hopefully make a positive impact on them, not make them be more fear porn, more doom and gloom. This was tweeted on March 31st. I said, by the end of April, other countries will be stepping in to get their resources through the strait, and the U.S. will not be bombing Iran anymore. We haven't dropped bombs in a long time. It's been weeks. So I think now you see it's not that hard when you're just not anti-American. That's what it comes down to. So then again, as we break into these all-time highs, what I'd like to show you on SPY, where did I do that this morning? Was it on here? Yep. So what I'd like to show you here is what happens when we break all-time highs every time, right? We can start back in 2023, just for one reference for a second, okay? So 2023, the market pulls back off an all-time high in the summer. It pulls back 10%. We're learning, right? That's what it does on average. In that 10% pullback, people start finding reasons, interest rates, this, that, Trump, this, that, Trump derangement syndrome kicks in. They start blaming things for why the market's going to go lower instead of seeing it at a discount. That dip sends us back to all-time highs where it sits for basically the entire month of December, let's call it 2 or 3 weeks of December. What do you think happened when it sat there? You don't think people started drawing this line from the left and saying, oh my God, we're at all-time highs, it's got to pull back? No. Well, of course they did, but no, that's not the way US markets work. It's just not. You cannot think that way. Then we break all-time highs and move 14% higher in 4 months with basically no pullback, week over week. Okay? So by being bearish, just because we slowed at all-time highs and it's stuff on Twitter, you end up missing 14% to the upside. This, you can find this case study. It just goes on throughout history. And I just think, last point on this, you want to make sure you're following good people. Like Brian has made a huge impact on me. That's why we're having him at the boot camp. Brian, remember, there's no such thing as up too much if there's still buyers, which is this. It's too high. It's too high. It's too high. No, you don't understand. Then, just to bring this whole point home, I talked to Claude this morning, and I'm talking about U.S. inflows into U.S. equity market inflows. It approximates, not guarantees, $10 billion of daily inflows, pension funds, ETFs, brokerage accounts, you name it. I asked it to total it. It's saying 10 billion a day. So then I thought, well, what's the next biggest country? Japan, at a 10th, maybe 20% of the size of US capital markets. So when you be anti-American, when you be bearish, when you're anti-capital markets, look at what you're fighting against. You're fighting against 80% odds in my head, because we're 80% bigger than the next market. This is where the money is always going to flow. So when you get bearish, like you are fighting the biggest wall of money every day, $10 billion. It's crazy when you shift your perspective to hate on the investing side, to hate the bears like that. It's terrible. And, Stanley Druckenmiller talked about this last week in an interview. He was saying my loss in the dot-com bubble was on stocks that all went bankrupt, but he was short them at the wrong time. And your loss on a short is unlimited. It's unlimited, especially if you're on margin. But a loss on a long is capped at what you invested. So I just think people don't understand that. And that's why a lot of people stay poor. He's here, everybody. Come on, Randy, get on here. I knew he couldn't stay away.
Oh man, I love it. I'm just sitting in the background listening. I was just debating. I'm like, I gotta let him go. I gotta let him be.
Well,
free.
Everyone thinks I'm gonna come on here. I think it'd be like, I was right. I don't care about being right. I care about teaching everybody so you don't miss the next dip. I'm already doing okay, everybody. Like financially, I'm really proud of what I've done at 31. I'm trying to help you. Like, I'm not saying it to talk. I am talking my own book when it comes to investing because I'm American. Like, how are you? It's just, it really grinds me, bro, because I see these kids believe the shit they see on Twitter. And it's like, bro, and Randy, as an older guy, I'm sure you agree with me because if I was older, I am older, I look back, I'm like, don't believe the fear. Don't believe the point. It's just sexy when it's not going to make you money. Randy, I don't know if you saw this, bro. I got to show this one. I was like, I guess I was down some algorithm of bullshit. And like, you got to, I retweeted a couple of them. Hold on.
Which one was it?
This one.
Oh, I didn't.
This
see
is what
one.
people say. And this is what really fucks me up. And this is why I want to I got to speak up. I got more. Like, look at this, everybody. This guy's saying where we are right now, we have 2% upside and minus 22% to the downside. Like, that's the advice.
Trend lines, baby.
It's
Trend
just
lines.
the trend lines, bro. Like, this is the advice. It's wild. And like this one's even worse. This is my base case scenario. Like, you are dumber than a bucket of bricks if you believe that this shit is how easy markets are. Like, it's so dumb to believe that this is analysis. It's comical. It's mom's basement bullshit. It's what it is, dude. These guys don't make money. Look, this one's even better. This is my base case. Dude, what, bro? Dump to zero. What the fuck is this, bro? 220,000 views. So you see why I get fired up about it, because they had so many views, and you know that's a lot of kids, bro. I don't give a fuck if you're 45 years old and you're a perma bear. You're probably divorced and fat and hate your life anyway. I don't give a fuck about that guy. You guys that are 45 and crushing it, have families, have stocks invested, they got assets. That's who I care about. That guy gets it. If you're 21, though, you cannot believe these people. It's insane.
I think those people are forgetting to tell you how they got their faces ripped off the last few weeks too, probably, right? Like, they're not talking about that. They're just like so upset about that, getting their faces ripped off. They think that they're just going to predict this crash and reclaim their glory or reclaim their mortgage payment or call it kids' college fund, right?
And the problem is like, they go, there's a better time to buy. That was what one guy tried to argue with me. We need this pullback, so there's a better time to buy. You don't understand how capital markets have changed since 2008. You know, I would almost make a bet we'll never see a 70% stock market correction again. They want to see the Great Depression again. They want to see an 80% stock market. I just don't believe that the system could handle that. They will not let it happen. They will just print more money. Your lack of understanding of how the money printing works makes you believe it could happen. I believe I understand what the Fed's stance is, no matter who's in the chair, especially this new guy coming in. They are not going to let the market tank. They buy back their own debt every fucking day in the billions. Why would they let the market drop 70%? They're not. They're just not. So I think that's a piece of it too.
Now there's just too much to lose. Like, it's not even.
It's too much.
You can't even fathom what there's to lose now.
That's the point. It's like a lot of this, it's like UFOs. You can't comprehend how a UFO works. You know what I'm saying? Like the metals and the propulsion. Like, you're idiots. You can't. So a lot of people try to comprehend financial markets and they don't realize how big they are. So, and it's sad. So oil's at a good price today, Randy. So hopefully that flight will come down for you that we were talking about.
I just read a thing this morning how jet fuel's up 30%, and airlines are actually one airline that was supposed to close down. And I think not Spirit. Maybe it was one of them is falling.
No, you're correct
again.
Yep. So Spirit said yesterday, I read the story actually on the airplane. I was on American Airlines, not Spirit Airlines.
Thank God.
And I'm reading the story, and Spirit Airlines says business as usual. But remember, Spirit is a bankrupt airline. So they have creditors that have kept them in business. The issue is now the creditors are questioning whether they will ever turn a profit. $40 round trip tickets with a bunch of ghetto people on the plane don't make profits? You don't say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how they can offer stuff like that and then expect to make money.
No.
We'd had a budget airline come in Canada and they tried the same thing and they stuck around for a year and then went bankrupt.
And then
literally took all their stock investors, took all the investors' money, burned through everything, and then went bankrupt.
Compare that to Allegiant, who's about to acquire Sun Country or Sun, whatever it's called. And now it's Sun. No, I think it's American. It's Sun Country or Sun something. And look at that, where their balance sheet is much healthier. You know, speaking of balance sheets, this Nike trade that I see everybody talking about on Twitter is crazy. People like Nike because it's so beat down. You've seen this? Have you seen this on
No.
Twitter at all?
No.
Okay, let's just take a walk down Main Street here because we still have 3 minutes until opening range is set. So Nike, everyone knows the brand. If you take a look at it on a monthly chart, it looks like shit, right? It dropped from 180 down to, it's down 75% off all-time highs. I mean, it looks awful. The issue is people, and this is me taking 100% a note out of Brian Shannon's book. This is not an original Austin thought at all. This is stop thinking, just do what works. Throw a VWAP on the all-time high. You don't buy this thing until we break above 90. There is no reason to be invested in a stock that looks like this. It will go lower. I will show you. Brian will show you at the boot camp. I hope he does, bro. I hope it's just slide after slide after slide of if you try to buy individual stocks before they break VWAP, you will get smoked. You can only buy the dip, in my opinion, in ETFs and indices. You cannot buy the dip in individual names unless you're a really good investor, you know, and you really believe in that stock. I would not buy this thing. Same thing. A lot of people like PayPal. Look at that one, Randy.
Yeah.
How come they like it, Randy? What's your thought when you look at these two, everybody? Why do you think people like it?
Because it's down so much.
Right, because they think, well, it was once worth this much. It has
it's
to go
gotta be,
back
yeah.
there. That is the dumbest investing logic you can ever fall for,
Pull up
everybody.
Microsoft. That's where it's like the smart people are making money.
Who bought the dip
Like-
at 360 and now you're at
Yeah.
420?
Do you know what I mean? Like
You tweeted
in a
about
matter
this,
of
bro.
weeks.
It was the best dip in 12 years for Microsoft and you didn't buy any. You're buying PayPal. You're buying Nike. It's crazy. It's crazy. It drives me up a fucking wall, bro. Look at, if you want to see something else cool, everybody, Mag 7. Great new index, not super old, came out in 2023. Look at this thing, $66. You get full exposure to the Mag 7, 14% each basically of the Mag 7. A little heavier than what you get in QQ, a little heavier than what you get in the S&P. Almost like a more aggressive in Mag 7 for your retirement account. I hope the day traders in here enjoy these conversations too. As we let the opening range set, as we build the day, I think this all plays into the way that you should view markets. You know, it's not like I'm giving you investing tips. I'm just letting you see how I think about things. So hopefully my experience can help you. You know, I could tell you right now, there's no chance I'm clicking short today, even if it's under New York VWAP. There's just no shot. Not when you give me a headline like the Strait is reopened, not when you give me a full week of pump in the market. I'm not going to be a Friday bear and turn this thing around. You know, it's longs or nothing for me. So I'm waiting for a clean long setup today, off New York VWAP or off a break and retest. Get my feet back in the water, something in trend, something that I like to trade. That's my plan for today. What about you, Randy?
Same idea. Exact same thing. I would like to see a hold of the overnight would be a dream story. You can get that first break of the opening range low, come back up through it, look for that
Yep.
long, but that's a dream story. Bookmap, there's really not a ton of liquidity below us. There was orders at 71.20 that just came off. There's some
Yep.
down at 7.115, and then everything else is above, up to
Above.
50.
71.50, baby. So why didn't you take off today, Randy? Evan,
I
is
told
in the
you,
background
I don't
now.
sleep
Evan's
in.
here too.
I gotta say to the chat. So Austin told Evan and I go for breakfast, sleep in, all these things. I'm like, I don't sleep in. I don't eat breakfast. I fast. I don't eat till lunchtime. It's like, the fuck am I gonna do? Twiddle my thumbs? Go sit on the patio and trade from my phone?
You
No,
see
I'm
this?
gonna come hang out with the chat. I want to.
Okay.
I was actually excited to just see you back because you've been off for a week.
I miss
so
you guys.
You're probably punching shit this morning, getting all pumped up in the gym, getting ready to. So
What's up, fellas?
Good
what's
morning,
up, Dev?
Evan.
No, Randy was crabby all week, so I could see why you need to get him a day off. He was in a
Yeah, I
mood,
was.
So
Well, it's when
Yeah,
you get sick, dude. I mean, that's why I said take the day off. You were sick and you covered for me all week. So I was like, go take you do good with your girl though. You take her on a lot of date nights. So you don't have to take her out to like a date breakfast. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
You can't be too
And-
nice to these bitches. You know what I'm saying?
really, for
And
Randy's
to be
point, I'll
honest,
take off something
she
and
woke
do
up on the
something
wrong
else.
side of the bed this morning. So
Good. No breakfast. Tell her to starve.
I'm good. I'm on stream.
But yeah,
Yes,
I also knew that. I knew the ship would sink if I wasn't here, so gotta keep it afloat
Yeah.
like I did all
You
week.
you carry the boats, bro. Everybody tells me. Netflix down 10% today, boys. When we think we're
Yes,
talking about, we got to talk about stocks, right? Because stocks are fucking ripping today. We talk about like when we get to new all-time highs, you want to make sure you understand we probably will make more all-time highs, not just sell off without a catalyst, of course. But Netflix, we talk about value of stocks. You can look at metrics, price to earning ratios, all these things. Talk to me about innovation. How does this company innovate?
Netflix, yeah. They started
Yeah.
doing those live events. They got
Okay.
sports on there
Okay.
now.
Is that innovation? Would you consider I show you
No.
a movie and now I show you a live event? It's different.
No, they're just
No.
trying to take away pay-per-view kind of like that's not
100%.
innovation. I think they got to just develop some sort of like interactive. They got is it Netflix or maybe Amazon Prime? You can play like video games now. Netflix has that too, right?
Netflix, you can too.
Yeah, you can on Netflix
Is
too.
it-
So
I'm
then
just
there's-
I'm not asking this from a perspective of I don't have any Netflix stock. I don't have an answer to this question. I just had the thought this morning. When you see a stock down 10%, you all should think why. And then the next thought is it going to innovate, especially in the tech space and in the software space? Like Netflix is really a software company, in my opinion. They're selling a monthly subscription for the software to watch the streams. So like to me, I look at this and I'm like, 2022 bottom $17, rally to 130. Why? Well, they stopped letting you share your code, right? Like you had to get people to buy their own. Then they raised prices a little bit too, I believe, at least once in there. Okay, is either of those innovating? No, right? So I just wonder, is this thing topped out or do we like the upside from 90 to 130, you know?
Yeah, it's tough, man. Especially with like everything with the mergers with Paramount and everything else going on. Like these guys, all these mega studios, I don't know what we want to call them, streaming services, the way they're all being acquired, like there's blood in the water for sure. And I think it's like when this whole AI thing is all going to start to hash out, who's going to come out on top. And I think we're at that point now with the streaming services.
I agree. Jeff Cobb, I remember that too, bro. Just for that, to bring it to VWAP, when did Netflix break VWAP? It was February at $30, basically. So you didn't have to buy $16 Netflix to make money. You buy $30 Netflix. Still great upside, 30 to 130. That's a pretty good trade. So you don't have to bottom pick stocks, especially shitty stocks that are like, in my opinion, like Nike that went woke, like Disney that went woke, and you saw it reflect in their revenue. You saw it reflect in how people felt about their brand. So you have to be careful just buying stocks that are low. Oil down now 13%. Look at that crude oil. That's a nasty monthly candle. It's going to be a nasty weekly candle. You're going to look at this.
I got a wick through the opening range low on ES.
Okay. Are you long?
No.
Okay.
No,
I was just going to say on oil, as this thing pops, everybody, right? Like you can almost look at oil as a timeline of geopolitical events. You can see the COVID spike over here on the left where it went to 0 and went negative, right? So you can see the pump back up to 130 in 2022. And where did we come back to? $60. Now we're going to see this is the Iran war little bubble right here, right? This is like, it's interesting. Oil's like a timeline of politics and war, but it's just the way it's always been. So we'll probably head back to 70. I would be shocked if we're not at $70 oil by this time in May. That would shock me. $70 oil is very reasonable too.
We got a few people in the chat that are in the longs now on ES on the break above New York, broke open range low. So you got a break of a side and on the right side of view up. So it is the first idea of the day.
Thomas said a good rule of thumb I'll be implementing 95% of the time, no shorts unless we're under yesterday's low. In the bull run of 2024, 2025, this is the rule that saved us a lot of money. He's right.
Yeah,
he's right.
That's the bearish continuation day of like yesterday was bearish. Let's continue it today. Those always work better for shorts. Definitely.
Great point. Okay. I like longs. You know, I mean, we said that.
Long at 33.
Yeah. It's just a matter of where are you getting in. Evan, you made money already today. You want to talk about it or no?
No, I just closed my eyes and clicked buy.
Okay. Where are you guys?
In-depth analysis.
I'm serious. I was just like, this is bidding back every pullback. Let's just keep going higher. And then I read that news right when it came out on Financial Juice, thankfully before it really popped.
Yeah.
And that's what shot my trade to TP so quick. So I didn't really chase it. Fortunately, I was already in.
Got
It
it.
was just
Nice.
longs.
Where are you at on
a fresh account? So
nice. Where are you guys at on payout stuff? Since I haven't been here this week, where are you at?
yeah, still just 400 away from yesterday. Because yesterday I took the loss, bounced back with the win. So same position we were yesterday.
Yeah, so I'm hoping next week I'm going to be doing. I'm trying to take 2 payouts out of 2 payouts at once out of 2 accounts. That's a goal right now because I've been taking single payouts.
Okay.
So I got one at like $3,000, and I got another one at 2,500. So by early next week, I'll probably take 1,500 out of each account.
Yeah.
But the goal is I'm trying to work on like slowly copy trading accounts and working on that now and taking a payout on 2, then taking a payout on 3. I have 3 XFAs. Then taking a payout on 4, then 5.
So
That's
top
kind of the
set.
goal right now.
Top
So
set is where you're focused.
yeah, top set, but like $1,000 payouts, but like so $3,000 payouts, 4,000, 5,000. So
Cool.
that's the goal.
Cool. Can someone explain a handoff VWAP as
Yeah, we can. We just don't need to focus on it right now.
Yeah,
Let's
we'll
just
come
focus
we'll
on
come
the New
back to
York
that.
and these overnight view ups, and then start playing with handoffs a year later.
I would just point out here, everybody, this looked good for longs in here, but where were we? Inside the opening range before it broke. You
Yep.
wait for it to break opening range, you get straight profit on this move, 6 points.
Yeah, I think we had one of those lessons this week while you were gone, and I did it before break, and it worked actually. That was on Randy's long on ES and my NQ or whatever, but it worked. But then the day prior it didn't, and then today it doesn't. So it's just like, yeah, it works sometimes, but we know the better trades come after the range is not only set, but a side has been broken, and you guys
Yeah,
waited
for
for that
sure.
today, so that's good.
Yeah.
And if you're in long, you technically now have the first break of open range high.
Yep.
So you
We had Confluence that day where we had overnight opening range low,
Yeah, it was a double
overnight
break.
VWAP opening range low, and previous days point of control in the whatchamacallit lining up. So it was like if you held that level, that's what I even put in my markup for the trade. So this is the long I'm in. I just moved my stop to break even. I'm already up 180 in these accounts. I'm not going red today. I don't care.
Nice.
So I bought this like high up in the range.
Yeah.
So where I bought this, I'm like, I got such small room to make off the range. I'll take a break even on this, or I'm going to make some money if this pumps higher.
You got a lot of positive comments on YouTube today about the indicator. I'm loving that everybody's on it. I saw we had a bunch of people sign up while I was gone too, so it's good.
Yeah, I know you didn't even. I hit all-time highs in YouTube. I got 1,000 subs. So
Oh, dude, congrats,
All-time
bro.
highs.
That's awesome.
I hope you don't
Yeah.
go backwards. I started losing subs.
that can't be good then. I'll have to check in. So
Oh, there it
Yeah.
goes.
there you go.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And
I'm
Tony
good
said
with
you're-
that. That was the first break of the opening range. I knew that
You were a
if I
little
wasn't
high.
taking profits where I was, then I was
Yeah.
going to take a break even on it.
That's a good
Thank
thought.
you. A little bit spiked down.
With that higher entry too. I like that, Randy. You know,
Just for
Antoine
me,
said-
just
Yeah.
for me, it's Friday. I'm up in these accounts. The way I look at it is like either the way I bought it late, I wanted to either make money or I'm okay with being break even, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Like I'm not giving anything up. I don't need to. And at the end of the day, if I get a break even on this trade, I don't really give a shit. But if this thing ripped higher without me, I think I'd be more upset.
Okay.
So hopefully that.
Sorry, I'm listening, but I'm reading the news. I won't disclose what we'll do in Lebanon. The ships passing through Hormuz need coordination. U.S. growth will hit 6%, says Commerce Secretary. 6% GDP, bro. When was the last time we had a 6% GDP? That's a statement right there. Why is that not red? When was the last time we had 6% GDP in the U.S.? Let's figure that out. Now, if your entry is closer to 30 or 31, you're still probably in this, where Randy's entry tapped him out. You may see a pullback to VWAP. So like for me, I like doing something with the trade 7, 8 points, especially with an opening range of this size. If you measure the opening range,
16
when we
points.
are, 15. If I make a trade that's half the size of the opening range, I usually take profits there and move on to the next trade. Post World War II, said Shaw. Okay, I'm looking. Let's see if he's right here.
It's like what we talked about earlier in the week for the double break play. The first break comes to the downside. So then you break the upside. It's back in the direction of trend.
Yeah.
On ES at least. NQ only broke its top. But when you see the bottom broken first, so yeah, I could believe that we could also break the high because that would be back into trend. And then we get the double break pretty quickly today.
1984, we had a 7.2%, but COVID, we had a 6% GDP out of COVID, which makes sense because everything that was manufactured though. That's why I'm saying really it hasn't happened since 1984. That's pretty crazy if we go to 6% or 7% GDP growth. That's impressive. You know, I mean, if you know me, you know I'm not like a super Trumper, but it is crazy how the Trump derangement syndrome makes people believe the market's going to crash and that like they shouldn't invest. They hate Trump that much. And someone said it in the chat. It was like, just remember when everybody was burning Teslas because they hated Elon Musk instead of just buying Tesla stock? Like you let your ideology influence how markets work. It makes you think like it's dude, people are so fucking stupid, bro. Randy, you're muted.
Classic.
I was out. It's crazy. I was out with a guy the other night talking about his rental. I want to rent off him, and he was telling me about somebody else in the town, Sayulita. And he's like, I fucking hate that guy. And I'm like, waiting to hear the story. And he's like, yeah, he's a Trump supporter. And I'm like in this day and age, for you to not like somebody because of their political beliefs, like that's sad.
You
Like,
hate
you
markets.
really-
You hate money. Good, bro.
Yeah.
Suck my.
You know what I
would be
mean? Like
dude,
it's like that's sad. Like I gotta
It's
say, if
super
you don't
sad,
like
'cause who the
somebody because of
fuck
their
cares about
political
the-
beliefs,
dude, we live in a uniparty. There's no
Like, it's-
parties.
it's
It's a
diff-
fucking game. Who cares about that? Just get
that's what I
rich.
mean.
Like,
It's different
crazy.
if somebody came into power and murdered fucking millions
Oh
of
my
people, and there was a
God.
then cool. We'll talk about
Meanwhile,
that.
this guy pumps your assets, brings down interest rates, locks up the border. Shame on him. He's a king. Okay. It's great.
Yeah. Luigi, you could always drag a stop loss and take profit with Top Step X.
Yeah, we got to talk prop firms right now, everybody, because you guys know we trade. Randy has Top Step. None of us have really deep dove Lucid. Okay, so I'm now an affiliate with them. Shout out! I think I got in. I don't know if I had to like apply and got waitlisted and then got accepted, but there's a wait list now, so I'm in, which is cool. But I've never traded with them, so I'm buying an account. I was looking at them last night. Tell me if I'm wrong here, everybody. Pull this up. They have a couple of different account types, right? Why would anyone not go with the Lucid Direct? I'm trying to understand that.
Is it more expensive? They can't afford
It
the
is,
other one?
it is more expensive, but why would you not spend the money on that?
They don't have the money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Why is
It's
there
3 days.
why
It's
is
3
there-
days to pay out versus 5 days to pay out.
It's instant funded, basically, right? Lucid Direct is a simulated straight to funded account, which does not have an evaluation phase. When you purchase Lucid Direct, you start building simulated capital to earn payouts immediately and work towards being live. So you can do 150K, which is a max loss of 5,000, fixed daily loss of 3,000, and then the scaling is 60% of peak end of day amount. So it's fine. Max size on that is 10 minis, bro. Okay. So
100 micros.
No scaling plan, access max contracts right away, no simulated payout caps. The payout cap is when they call you to live. So you can run it, and I think you keep 100% of your first $10,000. So no payout cap. So there's no target, there's no nothing. It's just a consistency score and a daily loss limit. It's basically like the pre-live account at Top One Futures. Am I wrong? What am
No,
I
there's got to be a target.
Find it, because I can't find it. I'm telling you. I
I'm
even was
looking it
talking to
up right
Claude
now.
about it last night. I was talking to, payout objectives on this account. To be eligible for a payout, you must not violate, and then the payout requirements are, final. All
'Cause I
funded
know
accounts.
I know some really good traders that trade the pro evals, not the flex, because the 3 day payouts, they know as soon as they pass it, 3 days to payout done. Like that's why it's
Say
like,
that
and
slower.
they're
Wait,
good
wait, wait.
traders. I
You
don't understand why
said
they
that-
wouldn't do the
stop,
instant
stop.
funded.
You said that too fast. Say that again.
So with the pros over the pros is 3 days to pay out. Flex is 5.
Right, but I'm talking about the direct.
So I'm just saying these guys trade those pro evals instead of trading the direct. So I'm just curious to know. I should actually I'll reach out to them.
Okay, so the payout target on 150K is the same as any 9,000, right? What's the payout that I can take? 3,000. And then everyone after that is 3,500. And then up to 10K, I think you keep 100% with them.
So there is a target then.
So it's 9,000.
Yeah.
So it's the same as everything else.
Yeah.
Or is it? I feel like at one point was it Tradeify or somebody had 150K with a 6K profit target? Maybe it was Top One.
It was top one.
Maybe.
Okay.
It was top
That
one
was-
when they first came out.
We
Yeah, the
need
old
those
rules.
again. That shit was good, dude.
Yeah.
It was
and they
top
made
one when they first
the
came
rules
out.
tougher.
Okay. So I'm super interested in trying this. And then you can copy trade 5 of these motherfuckers too. And I want to try TradeC. I got the app downloaded on my phone, but I got in at 10 o'clock last night. I wasn't going to buy something this morning. I got Top One stuff. So I'm like, let me take some time this weekend. Oh, I'll tell you what I'm doing this weekend in a second. But I'm going to take some time this weekend and set up TradeC, set up the mobile app. And I'm going to try to maybe just buy 2 at first and copy trade them on TradeC before I buy 5 and spend $2,500. You know what I'm saying? That's my thought. Anyone else have thoughts on that?
No,
I
think
took-
it's a good idea.
Everyone's longs doing. You're back at pre-market highs.
Dude,
Clean
look
rip.
at this. Look at that New York VWAP break and go, bro. 10, 15 points right there. It's unbelievable. What
Can
a
you break
market.
down your management on that again, Randy, for anyone that missed it, and myself included?
Oh, so you can see actually where
I'll
got.
tell you, he got in too high and he didn't want to
Yes.
lose. So he locked
Why
his
is it
stop
too high?
early. That's it.
Look at where I
Because
bought it.
was too close to
I basically
opening
bought it
range.
at the opening range high,
Yeah.
right? So I was already green in these accounts from last night. I had a trade in the Asia session. I'll actually pull it out, just a little like scalp, but I was up $200 in these accounts. I'm green on these accounts this week. I didn't want to. I was actually coming into the morning thinking I would trade an eval just because I was like, I'm green on these accounts.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a payout on them.
That's great.
Why do I want to risk anything more? And I'm getting to the point now where it's like, if I'm up $200 across three, so I'm copy trading. So I'm trying to get back to that mentality of I'm up $200 across three accounts. That's $600 I'm up. It's Friday. Do I want to give that back? I'll try this long up here because I'm late to the party. You guys didn't even take it. I'm late to the party, so I moved my stop to break even on it, basically. So either this is gonna, and I was looking for it to like just keep ripping higher. And if you look at my markup, it stopped me out to the tick.
It is a double break trade, you know, technically.
Oh,
yeah.
And when I left you guys, the last trade we took together was a really, really nice double break trade. So you get the first break to the downside. You get in long with trend. Look at the trend of VWAP. I mean, it doesn't get any fucking easier than this, bro. It's really easy mode. It's crazy. Like you can, this setup is just incredible. I'll tell you, this is the trade I'm teaching at the boot camp. I'm a 30-minute crash course. This motherfucking double break trade so hard, dude. People leave just slinging double breaks forever. And honestly, it could work out magically. Okay. Of course, the market could tank, but hear me out, Randy and Evan. I teach the double break trade in May. The market rips higher all the way till the end of the year, maybe even into the end of the presidency. And everyone's rocking double break trades for a year and a half, making a shit ton of money that they learned from the boot camp. That'd be pretty cool.
Gonna be
Hey,
good.
Randy,
I
want
like
to
it.
pull up your markup from Wednesday? Wednesday's trade was clean on ES and Q, not so much.
Would
For
you
the
buy
double
Randy?
break.
This one, right?
Josh, good, bro. Josh said y'all were talking about Netflix. I was screaming double break. Josh, all that matters is you made money, bro. Don't worry about
This trade,
anybody
right,
else.
Ev?
Because there was no break on that, but like same thing on full view up alignment, mid range, trade to the top of range. And that one had no break of the open range yet, but still that one worked. But we can go over 3 other examples when there's no break yet and it doesn't.
Mhm.
Well, I
the
like
same
Evan.
premise.
Evan said this on stream this week too. It's like when we're trending and price is trending, you know, you don't always have to rely on that double break. And again, this is what I was saying. This trade for me was we held previous day's value area high, overnight VWAP. We held actually value area high throughout most of the overnight session. That was support. Set the opening range low right here. Why do I think this wants to come lower? As we hold the overnight VWAP and we make these higher lows, I get long and then just take it up. You would have been proud of me, Austin. Literally got out at the opening range high.
Good job.
You would have been so proud. It was
Everybody
so funny.
on this trade too, like I mean, you're trading into the structure to the left here. These were where the orders were at 50. This is a great place to
That's
maybe
clean.
take your bow out here. Take your Friday win. Let's do some fucking giveaways. Don't give back the gains you made this week. Now you can go enjoy your Friday. You don't even have to worry about where the market ends. Probably ends higher. Shocker.
Shocker.
Welcome to bull markets. If you're new here and you're a bear that we've now converted into being a bull, welcome. It's more fun. Trust me. It's more profitable. That's for sure. Oh, dude, I'm so psyched for the boot camp. See, like I went from the Bahamas vacation, got back. As soon as I get back, well, first, dude, I'm on the airplane. She's already looking at Airbnbs for her 30th birthday trip. I'm like, you just go from one trip to the next trip. Bum, 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 bum. And then I'm like, all right, now we go to work mode. I'm like, let's lock the fuck in. Boys are taking over the fucking current hotel. We're going to lock this shit down. You know what I'm saying, dude? I was like, we're going to know the bartenders, the bar backs, the every waiter at the hotel. We're there for a week, you know? So we're shutting it down. So I'm excited. And Evan, you extended, so we're gonna have some fun on Saturday. We're gonna golf. It's gonna be a good time. I don't know what we'll do on Sunday though, Randy, with the kids. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, we'll fix something out for sure. Look at that. YM all new all-time highs, ES new all-time highs, NQ still got some room to go higher. Interesting.
Do we think that will the Dow double before Trump leaves office? Because he said the Dow's going to 100,000. It's 50,000 now. I don't think it doubles. That would be literally the most insane thing ever if it doubled in the next 2 years. That's almost to me impossible.
Sound like a pessimist.
But no, I'm not. I have a but. But when it does hit 100,000, and I hope I'm alive for that. Hope it doesn't take that long. It'll be a moment where we all look back and have to say for just a quick second, Trump was right. Damn it.
That's gonna be too funny. People are literally gonna start jumping off bridges.
Jeff, I don't know if that's the best code right now. I know my code, Evan's code, those will give you the biggest discount.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Liz Marie Garcia Maldonado. That was very nice. Just FYI, Randy and Evan held it
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
this
that's good.
week.
I
You
knew
saw
they
that, right,
would.
Austin? I know you saw that.
Bro, of course. You think I doubt you, boys? You know,
No, I
I
know.
do.
I know you.
I did
I know you
good
don't doubt us.
all week. Did I micromanage you at all on stream?
You were too busy gambling. You hadn't even slept. You were still in the
No,
casino.
no.
Come on.
No, come
Guys,
on.
I had to separate their cat fight earlier in the week when Randy said the market was bearish.
No,
Oh,
that was not a
fuck.
cat fight. Randy starts whining at me because he's having a sassy moment, and I did put my phone down and let him breathe for a second. Hey, listen, you know
You
what?
accused me of being a bear. I'm
it's-
not a bear.
I did not accuse you. You know I did not. I was thinking because I like it's all fucking it's just the way it is. But like if you didn't care, Randy, I would think that there's a problem. You should be emotionally invested in your fucking stance. This is what you do. You eat, breathe, and sleep markets. You get up every day early and you fucking trade. You should fucking care. And if someone
Oh, I
says,
do.
if you think I accidentally called you a bear, you can speak up and I like that you speak up on it. And then I'll say, no, I didn't say that. Go read the message. I said you said chop, not bear. So like, but we're playing with money, a lot of money sometimes. So like, if you weren't emotionally invested, no one in the audience would think we're doing this professionally. They think we're like the streamer kids that gamble and just YOLO money. So I think the care is important. Remember, I told you when we tested the Black Shirt Club members years ago of what characteristics led to profitable trading, conscientiousness was the common characteristic of the guys who had the most payouts. They had 65% plus on their score for conscientiousness in the test. Some of them were in the 80s or like 89. One guy was, Colin. Some of them were really high. So like, I think that's a huge tell. If you just YOLO shit and you can't like emotionally invest yourself in your trading to an extent, you probably are not taking it seriously. You can be emotional about it and be professional. You don't have to be emotional.
Yeah, no, for sure. You can do both. But then that's where it's like you have that conversation with that, like you and I had that conversation after, and it was like, you explained your side, I explained my side. And it was like, it makes sense. You start to understand each other, right? That's all.
Yeah, but shit gets lost in translation in text. I'm in the airport texting you, you're already at the desk. Like it's better I wish we were all in an office. It'd be more fun because we could just go fight. We could have a wrestling room. You know what I'm saying? Jiu-jitsu room. I'll put you in my guard later, bro. Shut the fuck up. I've always thought about that. It's just poor timing. The overhead of doing that doesn't make sense unless we do it in, no disrespect, unless we do it in like a third world country in the Dominican or something like that where it can get everything super cheap. But I don't want to be there. I want to be in America.
Well, I see, like when I see Sang Lucci's some of his clips and they got the live trading room and stuff, it looks like
it's awesome. I've been there twice. It's such a dude. We should honestly like this
fly
is what
down
I did.
there and do it.
Just go there, and just fucking hang out with them. Exactly, and then leave
for a week.
Yeah, not even. You don't even need a week.
One of these, maybe next year, we'll really try and plan going somewhere with a smaller group, make it a bit more intimate, but do like a week of like setting up the boardroom or setting up their conference room to be a trading floor for us.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yep.
You got to wear a collared shirt, maybe a tie.
This is great, everybody. It's great to see a nice little long working. We're going to do some giveaways here in a few minutes. Make sure y'all got your name on the giveaways. We'll sling these out to you.
Enrico, I told you, brother. Yes, I am Canadian. I thought I responded in the chat. I'm assuming you're Canadian. Where are you coming in from? Oh, look at that. Liz Marie's from Puerto Rico, too.
Nice. Listen, I just want to remind everybody, I don't know, I know you boys mentioned it once. I have someone who wants to sell their ticket for the boot camp, everybody. I have to give them a full refund, so I'm still selling it at full price. You're not getting a discount. But if you want to be at the boot camp, it's in May. It's less than a month away now. It's in Tampa. Liz Marie, you're in Puerto Rico. It's an easy flight. That's what made me think of it. It's a 2-day event. If you're interested, I can give you all the details. Just say something in the chat. I'll give you my email. You can shoot me a message on Discord. I'd like to get this guy his money back. He has a thing with the family that it's a reason to not come. So if we can get him his money back, but I'm also going to uphold my refund policy, So unless someone buys it, I cannot give him a refund. There's no exceptions.
It is what it's,
How the Jew has flipped into Hitler all of a sudden following his policies,
Someone else's loss can be a huge gain for somebody else, right? Unfortunately, that's the way.
Absolutely. So yeah, other thing that happened while I was gone, prop firm Sync, Trade Zella, pretty fucking cool. How many people
Yeah,
are
but do
not
you want to
tracking?
be giving these guys your bank information? What the fuck, man? Is no one going to talk
Oh,
about
us
this?
Americans don't care about that, Randy.
I trust Umar.
Yeah, I
Like
trust you, Mark.
here, I'll let you connect to my bank. What do you have to do? Like, you're my financial services. Like, why the fuck am I giving you access to my bank account? That's what I gotta fucking say. I'm sorry.
Why did you not write that
I
in the
was-
comments, bro?
I
That
was
would have been a
biting
good
because I was
comment.
biting my tongue. I'm like, the comments don't care. I want to talk to the chat about this. This is my family. These are the people I care about. Like, so I just want to know honestly, like, just am I wrong?
In a way, yeah. In today's society, that's the stance my dad used to take. Don't buy things online. That's what people used to say. But there's these third-party companies. One of them is Plaid, where you like my bank accounts are connected through Plaid.
I use Plaid.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, then they have your info, bro. You know what the answer is, Randy? Is you just don't leave all your money in one account. You don't let them
No,
see
but
all accounts. You use different banks. I use Cayman Island banks. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I hear you. I use Plaid. I use online financial services. I have Wise. I have PayPal.
I have a
use
credit
all of
card.
it.
I promise.
But what I'm saying is, why am I giving a journaling software access, trading journaling software access to my bank account? Is all I'm saying. I thought that you could
For
just
third-party
somehow
it's easy.
upload.
Third-party
I thought you could-
verification.
Yeah, I
It's
thought
what's
you
going
could use the prop firm and connect the prop firm to TradeZella, and then Top Step would be like, here's all my charges.
No,
That's what I was hoping.
the big thing is that TradeZella's biggest con, and I've been a promoter of TradeZella for fucking how long? 4
Dude, I
years?
love TradeZella. It's amazing. I use it every fucking day. I have nothing
But the
against
con-
it.
The con always was people saying, oh, this is TradeZella. You can delete trades, which you can. You can make TradeZella look however you want it to look. You can make yourself look more profitable if you want. It's not meant for people to believe. It's meant for me to journal my trades. But now this fixes that con for them. You see what I'm saying? It was the thing people gave negative feedback on. Everything else people loved about TradeZella, always. You know, when you ask people what other journaling software would you use, there is no other answer right now. You know, there really isn't.
We had a few that just never stuck.
Yeah.
Never lasted very long.
Yeah. A couple of markups in here. We got Matt in the chat. Look at that. A little big
Yeah,
on the
beautiful.
stop loss. We could tighten that up a little bit, but this is
Probably
the
just
trade.
structures that left, that pre-market higher low, it looks like. But good run up, take your profits, trade back into structure. NQ still lag it behind. It's not back up at higher day, but clean entries on both.
Another one
Clean,
here from
clean,
Liam.
clean.
Same idea here on Liam's idea on
There's
NASDAQ.
a lot of
You know, yeah.
There's a lot of people at the open being like, it's so hard not to buy it right now. It's like,
oh, gee, that's what we're
Just
trying to
wait.
break them out of, bro.
just wait 16 minutes and you get a beautiful entry and it's stress free. It's just like, when you think you're not going to get one, you'll probably get an entry. It's when you
So, Ev, I got a question for you. If you're long New York, knowing that YM and ES now have made new highs, how would you be managing the trade? If you're long on
New
NQ,
York,
sorry. Long
I'm
NQ.
long NQ, how would I manage it knowing that ES is already up there? I mean, yeah, I'd be getting out of this shit.
Okay.
Just because ES is ripping up there. It's probably going to want to pull back a little bit. So I don't need NQ. This was yesterday on the short. ES made a new low, traded back into its lows, and I was like, oh, that's where I would be out had my NQ had done that. And NQ never did it. And then what happened on NQ comes back. So it's like, So sometimes I try to manage my trades based off of what the other asset's doing, but it's not a perfect recipe. Right? There's similar where it's like, oh, opening range highs being broken on ES. I could probably look to get out now on NQ, even though it's not there. And then I should have.
Yeah.
Or a VWAP in the way, whatever.
I just want to steal it for a second. We're about to crack out of opening range low on oil here. You're down 9.6%. This is on spot, everybody. This is $80 a barrel. You're about to see some cheap ass oil on Monday. I promise you that.
Go fill
Who
up
knows
my
how
pocket.
little? I mean, here's your futures. Remember how far the futures price was, Randy, from
Yeah.
the spot price? It was 13 or
right.
14. It's $1 now. Not even. It's
I think it was like $30 at one point. Like
That's
more
what I'm
than
saying,
13,
bro.
14.
you know
That's wild.
that's not gonna last ever. Waiting for break.
Yeah.
Bought above New York 3, sold 2, trailed my stop 850 on 5 accounts. Big dog, Andrew.
Word.
Andrew Carter. Well done, buddy.
Now
You know-
with gas coming down, we can go get those V8s. No problem. No problem.
Yeah. Did you see that V8 cigarette thing, dude? The guy had
Yeah.
like,
Oh my God, dude. I was gonna send that to you guys.
That was so funny, dude. I love that. Some of the shit that I was sending you guys had me like laughing on the plane. Like I didn't give this lady next to me, bro, because it was like a small little plane from Philly to Harrisburg. She took I get on last. She took the armrest and she's got her legs crossed and her foot's almost in front of my chair. I'm gonna fucking freak out. You know what I mean? Like it's really gonna make me freak out one of these days. And then on the other flight, this dude behind me, every time he gets up, pulling on my chair. So it's like moving me like this. I'm like, no, I'm not sitting here. I'm actually your Kane, sir.
I saw that tweet. That was
It's
good.
crazy. It's just so and then there's me in the airport with my kid. He's walking too slow. And I'm like, come on, bro, get the fuck out of the like literally, I'm like, get the fuck out of the way, Leo. Like you're in the way. I care about people too much, I guess. I should say slow down and actually lay on the floor, get in their way.
Got a lot of markups in the chat. I see all the markups. They're all the same, so I'm not going to pull them all up. But great job, Samuel, John, Darian. All the same, all looking good. And then someone wanted feedback on this loss yesterday. I think the entry is fine. A lot of people in the BSC were taking this. It is the best pullback we've gotten to the New York. Open range high as well. Good target. The stop loss is probably a little big below the open range low, but it allows you to hold in for a while. I would say once you make these like lower low here, can't get back up, and another push back down, you could probably look to manage it somewhere in this chop. I'm saying this thing's not looking great.
Well, as soon as you take out that
opening range at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we should not be in the opening range if we're going to be nice and trending. Spoke about that earlier in the week.
Yeah, no, I think once you take out that lower low and the opening range low again, that's like your exit to get out. Like there's no need to hold on anymore.
Yeah. Like how often do your best wins go through this much drawdown and still end up at high of day? But it's a good read. The entry itself, what you're asking feedback for, it's a good entry.
I wonder how much money Inna made today, guys. She was probably pre-market long.
The S&P's recovery rally is now the fastest since 1982, and it's the second fastest ever, going back to 1950. So
I
it's
just
basically
can't get over. We were at 6,300 2 weeks ago.
Trump's markets. It's because you know, I have the shrine to Trump in my closet. I've been praying to it every day, and it pays off. Sean said, can you give me some help on psychology? I feel like when I have big wins, I get scared about losses for the following days. My wins seem to suffer and get smaller as the week goes on.
So you make a lot of money and then you're afraid to give it back?
Why? I'm just curious, Sean. Why and Rob said going through that right now. So you're getting scared after big wins. What is that? The relative words are hard to give feedback to. The subjective words like big, what does that mean? Does that mean you oversized and won and then you sized down and lost? Like, can you just be more clear? And then I can definitely give you some feedback. You know what I mean? Because if you are scared to lose, but you're going to keep trading the same size, one loss won't wipe out those wins.
Yeah.
So what do you, and it's just fear of loss. So it's good that you're aware of the fear of loss. And something you can do is always size down if you want to. But trading is hard, Sean. And I think there's a part of this that you have to challenge yourself to think differently, right? In a lot, look at all the stuff we've been talking about, going against the grain. You do what 90% of people do. You stay where 90% of people stay when it comes to trading, which is not a good spot. So I think you have to, at some points in this journey, challenge yourself to be like, it's hard, but I got to keep doing it because it's the right thing. Nobody's on the treadmill at the gym. Why? Running is hard. It's easy to pick up a 20-pound dumbbell and just stand there and look at yourself in the mirror. Do the hard thing. The cardio work is way better for you than arguably lifting the weights for some of you. I'm not a fitness instructor. I don't manage my winners. So that's where I was thinking it was going, Rob, is I don't manage my winners right. I need to be letting them be bigger. That's the issue. So that would mean maybe if you're having an issue, and this is just for some people, if you struggle with holding winners longer, size up a little bit. If your win rate allows for that, if you have a 60% plus win rate, size up a little bit. You'll take profits more aggressively. You'll get yourself out of those trades and they'll be a little fatter. Sean said, like, I got a $300 win on day one this week. Then I got some days of 100 and then 80. Today, all I got is 15 on all 8 accounts. That's interesting, Sean.
Yeah, you're just going tinier and tinier.
What are you afraid of, Sean? You're letting you're looking literally at the glass half empty instead of half full. Instead of being like, I got it, I'm figuring this shit out. You're like, I don't know how I'm doing this. So I think you have to find that middle ground. You don't want to be overconfident. We've seen how that leads to all of us, right? Blown accounts. But you don't want to be passive.
Like, what if all 4 of those days were $200? You would have been up.
But to my point about sizing up, like Rob said too, 70% win rate, throw some more size on there, boys. Let's go.
If anything, you're in the driver's seat, like you're winning. So it's like you built that big buffer on Monday of 300. So like you could afford a loss.
Yes.
You don't need to be fearful of a loss. If you start off Monday on a red note, I can see why someone would be all daunting all the rest of the week. But it's like you're making money. Why get smaller? It's like you now have room to play before you really damage the account.
I think you just got to also just have that confidence, man. You're had 4 winning days.
Sean, you're coming to the boot camp. Set a goal for yourself over the next month to trade bigger until the boot camp. You blow some accounts, we'll talk about it at the boot camp. You take a couple payouts. We'll talk about it. Either way, you're going to learn is my point. You
And
gotta
even
size-
Austin, he was saying he was copy trading 8 accounts. I just challenge you to split it into 4 and 4.
yes, exactly.
And then trade smaller size in 4 after what you call a big win, and then trade regularly in the other 4. And at the end of the week, look at the data and say, holy fuck.
Yep.
You know, the 1-4 accounts I'm up, or maybe I should have. Yeah. You gotta try something and you gotta do it. So I think having 8 accounts, split into 4 and 4. And tell us after a week how that went.
Sean,
Yeah,
embody
that's-
a little bit of my attitude. You see how I am, bro. A little bit, like a little more. You've been real professional, Sean. Like the whole time you've been here for literally months. Let loose a little bit, dog. Split them accounts up, size up, see what the throttle feels like. A lot of you need to do this. You need to go burn it. You got to go hard. Find your upper edge. Where do you feel something? And then where do you feel too much, right? If I said to Riley, I was like, if I play blackjack at $15 hands, I have to play like 6 hands. Like, I'm not going to care about fit. I'm just going to hit on every 17 if you make me bet $15 a hand. Where's your threshold here? You see everybody? And then, you know where, can I tell you one blackjack story, everybody? Because it was my best go at gambling ever. And I normally make money on blackjack. I've only lost twice in my life. Like, it was crazy. I don't remember what the dealer had, but it was weak. It was either a 5 or a 6. I'm pretty sure. I'm playing 2 hands at $50 a hand. It's a $25 minimum. So it's 2 greens on each. And I'm just playing 2 hands all the time. And I started with 500. And now I've gotten the bankroll up. I was up at like 1900 at this point. So I get a 19 on the first pull, a 9 and a king. Stay on that for sure. Then I get 2 9s. So I have 3 9s showing here. So that hand's done though. But then this second hand is 9 and 9. She's showing a weaker hand. I have 18. She maybe had a 17 or an 18. I don't remember what she had. But either way, I was like, fuck it, I'm splitting it. And it pissed off the dealer and it pissed off this old dude at the other end of the table. He's like, why are you splitting that? So, and this is what I said to them. If the book worked, the casino would be out of business. You cannot follow the book every time in blackjack and expect to make money. That's just not how I've had the experience. You can tell me I'm stupid. I don't fucking care. So you got to throw the book out sometimes. So I split the 9s. I get another 9. So we split again. Okay. So now we have 50, 50, 50, 50. It's down, went from a 50, $200 hand now. So we're getting up there. Pull the first card on the first 9. It's a 3. So I'm like, fuck. Stay. Okay. Rocket, 12. Balls. Pull the next one, king, another 19. So now in my head, I'm like looking at my money and I'm like, okay, I'm going to make money there. Probably I'm going to make money here so I can lose that. The last 9, it's a 2. So I double that motherfucker and I get a 10. So now we're rolling. Now I got another $50 out there. So now it's like almost $500 out on the table. Long story short, the tables, everybody's standing up now. Like, it was funny. It was really intense. And this old dude from New York was sitting with me. He wasn't even playing. He was just like a nice old New York Italian dude. He's like, I like your style, man. And he just watched me for like, literally, I sat there for 5 hours. He watched me for 3 of them. I got up to pee once and I was like walking funny to the bathroom. But anyway, she flips the card. She busts. I win. I stood up. I was like, I'm going to get a fucking drink. And I got up and got a fucking drink and they just left my chips there and cleaned me up. It was a sick hand. It was one of the best hands I've ever had for sure. Just so many 9s. I'm like, who's gonna bitch out now? We are gambling. I don't need this fucking money. I expect to lose all this money. I'm in a casino. I'm fucking putting the hit. I'm doubling it. I'm splitting. We're going. And it worked.
Yeah, it's crazy memory.
It was a good story.
That's your
And some of the
optimism
ones that there's a lot of trading in the gambling. Like some of the time, my gut is she's got a 6, I got a 14. I'm gonna stay. Yeah, let her bust it. 16, bust it. She's got a 5, I've got a 12. Sometimes I was playing defense, but I just stay and let her butt, and it was working. The defense works sometimes, and it pisses everybody off at the table. When you have a 13 and she's showing a 7 and you don't hit, or she's showing an 8 and you don't hit, it pisses people off that you don't go try to beat the dealer. Good, suck my dick. It's not your casino, and it's not your fucking money. So get the fuck up. If you don't like it, go sit at another table. That really pissed me off. This dude was like, "Do you know how to play?" The first night, he was like, "Do you know how to play?" And I was like, I looked at my chips. I was up 1,600. He sat down with 200. I was like, yeah, I didn't hit on one hand. And then he goes, you should have hit. I needed a 10. And I looked at him and I said, like, dude, he's being an asshole. Even the dealer said, and he's almost out of his 200 at this point. And I literally was like, buddy, there's more face cards in the deck than anything else. You're going to be okay. And what do you think he fucking flipped? A 10. And I didn't say shit. I kept my mouth shut. Didn't say a fucking word, bro. And you know I wanted to get up and just walk over and just right in the back of the head. Shut the fuck up talking to me like that. So that's my casino stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun, dude. I love gambling. Like I just get locked in. To the point where I almost pissed myself.
Yeah.
You need a catheter. You're gonna be one of those guys with the piss bag at
Dude,
the.
I saw the dude with a walk-in pad at the casino, bro. He's been at the table so long they gave him a treadmill.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I ended up, Todd. I started with 500. I left with 23 or 2,400. So it was the best flip I've ever had. But at one point, I was down to 300 or 400, and I put 200 on each hand, and I won them both. So fuck it. You know what I'm saying? It was get up or stand up at that point, and we stood.
Yeah, there's nothing like free drinks and a cigarette while you're trying to make money.
No smoking in there. That's the worst part.
What a terrible island. Get
Well,
on
because
out of
no,
it.
you're in the hotel, and kids are walking through. Like it's in between the two hotels. So.
Can you smoke at the hotel? Like, is there smoking areas?
Oh yeah, of course.
I just find they're getting rid of those now. Like places are becoming smoking-free resorts.
Yeah, no. They you can't as a Bahamian, this is not another long story, but a quick story. They were telling me they have their election coming up. And they're very civilized down there. Like it's not like other islands, right? I'm not going to shit talk island people. I'm just saying they act very civilized because they were a British colony until the 70s almost, I think. 60s. So but now it's very corrupt. And basically what they have is these things called gambling houses all over. And that's how they wash the money, the politicians. Bahamian men cannot go to the hotel casinos and gamble. It was made illegal a long time ago because they used to just gamble all their money away and they'd have no money for their kids. They get paid on Friday, they gamble it all away. That's what the guy told me is the story of why they did that. Well, they then came up with these number houses that have a motherfucking beautiful building. You know, it's drug money coming in. The guy was saying trafficking money, paying for all this stuff because they're all corrupt. Because it's usually drug dealers that then work their way up to become these politicians. They're the nicest buildings on the island almost. They have a drive-through to make your gambles. You can go in there and play all the US numbers. You can play lotto, pick six, pick that, sport. It's just a way around. And it's where they wash all the money. And they're everywhere. It was mind-blowing. Yeah. I was in Bahamas. I was at the Atlantis. Jazz. Are we ready for the duck race, Evan? Darren's biting at me. Market's not moving much higher right now. And this was the level, Randy. 7150 was the level we had on Bookmap. So if you're out here, everybody, it's a great trade. Just it's Friday. Let's have some fun. You want to do giveaways, Ev?
Yeah,
Let's rock and
we
roll.
have a better chance at getting a gambling streak at the casino like Austin than winning a duck these days with 400 people in it. Let's rip it.
That's going to be our next trip. We're not doing any boot camp. No more teaching people how to trade. Let's just go gamble.
Oh, I'm gonna go to the casino in Tampa. Can't stop me.
You went home early last night. I'll believe it if you stay.
Last night?
Last year, you went home. You had a Bud Light, and then I come over to you and you go, "Yeah, I'm gonna head out soon." I'm like, "Okay, peace, dude. See you, faggot. We out."
That's awesome.
Chaz, you're gonna sweat your balls off. It's gonna be hot as shit.
Imagine we did a 5-person duck race. What happened here?
What'd you do here, buddy? Try again.
Just gotta get the list of names. I gotta refresh it. It's only allowing me 100. 50,000. That's insane that it goes.
That's crazy. Like you'd think it would lag at some point.
Oh shit! Now I'm in control of going to get the names these days.
Here, I'll give you one more chance, everybody, for the giveaway.
All week long. I said we're gonna run it. I'm looking at the spreadsheet. Name, like just new names. For 10
I
minutes.
know. Give him a chance. Give him a chance.
No.
Yeah. No, Randy, I said to Evan for our staff trip this year, I'd like to go to like a golf casino mix. I think it would be the best thing ever. Us 4 or 5 guys, the boys from ASFX hanging out, no stream, no trade, just steaks, golf, and gambling, baby, and cigarettes. Like we're gonna be
Can you
living.
find something in
Oh, they're
like-
all over the states, dude. We can do
there you
cheap
go.
one, fancy one. We can do whatever.
No,
we
I was
want.
gonna say if you could find one that's like these new places that are coming up, like why can't I think of it? Not Wyoming, but we look at these places sometimes that are like
There's a
these new
couple out
golf
west.
resorts.
Yeah, they'll do like a 3-night deal. You get some rounds of golf. They got a casino.
Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be fucking
It'd be
dope.
fun.
But boys,
And
I'm
then what
actually
we'll do
gonna
is,
check
dude,
out.
we should trade like the couple of weeks before an account for payouts, and then just gamble all that money that we take payouts on.
Oh,
All of it. We just take all of it, bro.
oh, I like
We,
that.
we
I
take.
like
I mean, like, how much are you guys up in payouts this month? Because I'm up like 4,600. So you take that. You take a couple thousand from each of you. James is up another 3. We take all that, and we split it and we go gamble it. That'd be fun. Let's see if we can
That'd be
flip
a
it
lot
to
of fun.
and turn it
But
into a
on-
YouTube show.
On a side note, boys, I'm going to check out. I'm actually going to go drop Miles off at daycare.
All
for
right,
the first
good.
time.
Thanks for
All right.
coming, dude. It's good to see you.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm flat. I had that break even, so I will definitely make a YouTube video and drop it tomorrow, the weekly review. But guys, enjoy the week. I'm glad you're back, Austin. Ev, thanks for we had a great week, and I'll see
Yeah.
everybody on Monday. Peace.
I'll see ya.
See you, buddy.
Zion, to join the duck race, there's a free giveaway form right above the message you sent. It's been sent
Yeah.
multiple times.
And if you're
Yeah.
watching on, there's people on YouTube or X watching us, you have to be an ASFX TV subscriber to be in the giveaway.
So like I copied the list and I see 3 names just pop up now. 4. Greg, Elijah,
All right,
Pradeep.
I got-
I'm gonna
listen,
call
I'll
you
be
all
right-
out. Call
I'll
you
be
all
back
out
in-
for your tardiness.
I'm going to go take a leak. When I get back, then we shut the list down.
All right. Yeah, do a boot camp on how to gamble. So ES still ripping. First break open range high, she's going. YM, some of you said, yeah, YM smoothly. It's buyers. I put it on my trade I had this morning. Let's go back to my trade. My trade this morning was back here. So I longed it 26,620, and we're at 780. But we still haven't made it back to that high. But yeah, we went up 200 points from my entry. And she's still going, but ES a lot stronger. Been at new highs and keeps on going for new highs. So keep longing it until it stops working. That doesn't mean chase it at the high, but we had no bearish bias today, which is good. Yesterday I got a little bit. Yep, I think I'm max profit on that account from this pre-market trade because I got the juice. So we'll
Bro,
take it.
someone just commented on my video this morning on Instagram about like Iran reopening the strait and that's why the market's moving higher. And he goes, wait till the market closes and Trump announces another attack over the weekend. You literally cannot comprehend how stupid these people are, bro.
No, bid it back up after.
But like, why would you even assume he's going to do that when everything is moving towards peace? And it's been moving towards peace for a fucking month and you're still bearish. Market's at all-time highs. You're still bearish. He's still poor, that guy commenting. So I said, get your dumb ass off my comments. Have fun staying poor. That's
Yeah,
my
I
new
like it.
saying.
I like
I'm going to
it.
literally put that on a t-shirt, bro. I don't care. I know it sounds rude. I don't give a fuck. Have fun staying poor. You don't like me saying that? Don't listen to me, but stay poor. See ya. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what to tell you. It's just crazy. Because of this rip to all-time highs, and I bought the dip last week. Me and Riley crossed another big milestone in our retirement account. So that's probably why I'm feeling so hot and just dragging my nuts on everybody's face. But you got to start, everybody. Even if you're 40, like you still got 20 years till you're 60. You got to get invested. It's really, real shit, bro. It's really tough. Like with my father-in-law, who's like in his 50s, he has nothing invested. I'm like, I don't know what advice to give to that guy. I really don't. You don't have time like I have time, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think you just need to hope you have a rich son-in-law. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Shut the
Hold the
fuck
phone.
up, Evan.
I mean, it helps. It's better than
It
none.
helps. It helps. It
Better
helps
than
in some
not.
ways, but then in other ways, not so much because it does create a little bit of like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, 324. That's fucking beefed up today, chat. So anyone that's watching on X or YouTube, like we said, we do these giveaways normally twice a week, but always on Friday. So if you want to join that, you just got to become a member. Head to ASFX TV. Use code FIRST. You could join us for a full month for free and get involved in these giveaways, as well as all the trades and stuff we did today.
I love that, Jeff. I'm not a pro Trumper or an ever. I don't care Trumper, but I'm glad that he said, I'm making too much money, so I'm here and I stick. That's the fucking truth, bro.
Nice
What did
Henry
AJ say?
payout.
Take Lance off. He wins too much. Oh, yo,
That is true. Put
that
him in
is
timeout.
weird. I don't get that. His email to me was so funny. Oh, Lindsay's here. What's up, Lindsay?
Yeah.
Nice. Good
You
to
ready
see you,
for the first
Lindsay.
one?
Yeah, I
300
think so.
plus.
I think I'm ready. Chat, are we ready?
They're chomping at it. They've been ready since the open.
Somebody's like, I think the chat's really excited about the indicator today. I guess because it's just made seeing the trend so easy. So everybody's just hot about it. How do we feel like a VWAP bounce? If it wasn't Friday, Connor, I'd say yeah. But Friday, great win this morning, double break trade. I say no more trading. I say stop. It's just me. I take the money and I run, bro. Amari. Nice. Very nice, Amari. First one. This is all from Top One Futures today, everybody. So we'll get Amari at a Ignite account. Dallas in second there. Yeah, let's do another one. Nice, Amari. I'll put my email in the chat, okay? That way you can reach out. And I'll put the Discord link so everybody can join the Discord too. Not
Just want a
20, Darren.
30-second race. What is that going to do? 10
Darren, you
extra
think you got
seconds.
the endurance? Give it to him, Evan. No, do the 30-second. Let's see if Darren wants the 30-second, give it. And if he wins, I'm getting off, dude. I'm done. If he fucking wins and he adjusted the time, that's fucking rigged.
And if he comes in last, I don't even know. You got to Venmo me something.
James, call it a day. 3-0. It's a great day. All right, Ryan, not gonna win. Sorry. J Staff, not gonna win.
Yeah. Aircon. Fuck.
Now we're close.
Luigi.
Jordan Pagel's in the mix here. Watch Jordan Pagel.
Marciello
Luigi.
maybe going to get a burst. No.
Someone's coming. Someone's coming. Who the fuck is? Oh, nope. 7.
I think I
6,
saw. I
5,
think
4. Oh my God. No way.
him.
No, look who it is.
That's
Look who it is. Somebody that definitely needed one. A nice little positive there for the end of the week, Mr. Cam. Look at that. We love it. We love it. Sorry, Darren. Where'd Darren finish? Can we see did Darren get second? That'd be funny. Luigi in second. Black Shirt Club at the top of the list. Darren, that timing did not do it for you, brother.
nope.
Nope, didn't
Not
do
even
it for you,
close.
bro.
Get your shit together.
Okay, one
Yeah,
more.
Look at that.
One
Look
more.
at that J Staff. Trump came in third. Very close.
It's close. He puts up a good fight. One of the fastest ducks I've
Doing
ever
30
seen.
again. That was fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. Need more peptides, Archon. Need a little GLP-2, not GLP-1. I need that extra gear. You know what I'm saying?
Heck, wasting all his gas. See Ben C, Matt Moran.
Matt,
Oh.
I hope you hold it, bro. I don't know. Justin's here.
Whoa,
Oh.
whoa.
Stadinos. Oh, that was close. Matt's going to hold it. Matt's going to
Maybe
hold it.
Ben. Oh God.
Are you kidding me? Another Black Shirt Club. And he just congratulated Cam in the chat too. You give to get there. That was another tip for the blackjack, Evan. Every 5 chip I won, I gave it right to the dealer. And what was interesting, instead of him taking it, he played the hand with me. He didn't tell the pit boss. When the pit boss was near, he didn't do it. But then he would play the hand with. I'd never seen that before. So I was playing that universal, fuck the book, just give the dealer money and he'll give me good cards. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Ben. Happy to give that. So 2 Black Shirt Club winners today. Not
Not a
rigged.
good look.
Promise. We'll do more next
Not a
week,
good look.
everybody. Big shout out to Top One Futures. They are one of the firms that we work with. Prop Firm Match has a ton of really great firms that we work with. Evan and I are going to be trying out some Lucid stuff next week. We're going to be trying out some other firms, maybe a few you guys haven't even heard of yet. So get excited about that. You know, we've been doing really well with Top One Futures. We've been doing really well with Top Step. We've been doing really well with, you know, even a couple of the other smaller firms. But I think there's even some firms that I've been doing some research on and found that I never heard of before. So Evan and I are going to be stepping into some new stuff next week. And here we go, new highs. How high do we go? That is the question.
1 wick is all we got.
1 wick to rule them all. Imagine how many people are short. Oil cracks $70. $79 oil. The doomers hate to see it. They hate to see it.
Alex, nice job. Good long.
Yeah, nice, Alex.
Maybe I would just put your full name just to avoid confusion. If you ever win, we know it's you.
Look at that oil. Oil shooting. They're sad in Texas today because the oil price is coming down.
Yeah. Did you ever watch Landman?
Hmm?
Oh, it was all right. I didn't
It was
even
all right.
finish. I watched like a season and a half. I'm like, this really isn't as crazy as I thought it was.
The problem with it was that everyone compared it to his other show, which was Yellowstone, Taylor Sheridan, the guy that made it. And like Yellowstone is just like a league of its own better. You know, would you rather look at beautiful Wyoming landscape or flat ass Texas? No disrespect to Texas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When we're talking about like aerial drone shots, flattened cows or beautiful mountains and waterfalls and fucking horses and shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so chat, help me then, because everyone's telling me Lucid Flex, this, that. Why am I thinking to do Lucid Direct? I feel like that's the best one.
Does Flex not have that target?
I don't know. Well, I'll
It's
deep dive, but I'm curious
3
why the
days.
chat would. Is the only reason y'all are not doing direct because it's pricey?
Right?
Texas, I'm just kidding.
3 days
Texas
to
in the
pay
chat. I
out?
love you. I love Texas. Please don't yell at me. I do. I actually love Texas. I'll go to Texas anytime you need. We had that great conference in Dallas. I love
Dallas
Texas.
was nice.
I've been to Amarillo. I've been all over. I've been to El Paso. I love Texas. Yeah, I actually have a discount code. TPT kept me as an affiliate. They're actually sending me some merch too and some stuff for the backdrop because I got a new bookshelf over there. You can't really see it on that camera, but I got another one. I got to fill it up, and they hit me up, so they're sending me some shit. So like I would say like Prop for a Match has all the firms that we work with listed. You know, that's why we also do work with them. They're the sponsor of the boot camp and stuff. If you're coming to the boot camp, you'll actually get to meet the CEO of Prop for a Match. He'll be there. Lucid Flex is no consistency. See, I don't care about consistency. I like the consistency. It keeps me from tilting. So like it doesn't really bother me if I can get the bigger payout. Yeah, see, Flex has a max payout of 2K. That's why I don't like it. Flex is cheaper. Flex 2-day pass, no consistency and funded. So if you need the markup, this is the trade, everybody. And again, this is the trade I'm going to teach at the boot camp. This is a trade we take every time it presents in bull markets. Wait for opening range to set, break to the downside first, get in on the right side of VWAP, and just shut up. It's ripping here. Is there news coming in?
Yeah, America.
It's just oil.
Trump says Iran has agreed to never close the Strait of Hormuz again.
Yep.
Truth Social.
Mm-hmm.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
Did NQ make a new all-time high? I haven't noticed. Yeah, wow. NQ finally made a new high, or damn near, from back in October. Damn, that ES chart on the daily is crazy. Find me a bearish day in there.
Do we have questions? We're going to wrap up stream here in a few minutes. So, Ev, I don't know if I told you this. I'm just shy of 44 with top one. Just shy.
Well, what's 44? Just rounding up.
Just rounding up.
Yeah, beautiful. It's crazy that you weren't trading this week. Every week, every day on stream, I was just waiting for like stream to end and like you send your markup of what you did.
No.
It's
just I honestly couldn't. My wife is pregnant. When she wakes up, she needs to be fed. So we needed to go to breakfast. Kid in the room, like I didn't have a big hotel room. Like sometimes I get the room with the suite and the other shit to work. That's just not what we were doing. And then like
you had the mother-in-law there when you were hanging out with me.
Way easier, right? And then the other thing was like the sun in the Bahamas is very strong and Riley burns real easy. So we were trying to be out in the sun and back in the room by like 2, 3 o'clock. We didn't want to be out cooking at 1, 2, 3 o'clock the whole time. She was in the shade by 12 o'clock. You know what I mean? So like I wasn't in trading mode. It was go spend stupid money at dude. You want to hear how expensive the buffet was? It was kind of expensive. It's like $155 for me, her, and him. And the kid is free. It's like $75. And I don't eat breakfast. So I was paying $75 to sit there and have a piece of bacon and coffee. So it was a little tough to swallow, but we swallowed it. But it was good. So I guess at least it was good.
Put the link if you want to leave a review, put the link in the chat there. We're 19 away from 500 to get a $500.
I know, dude. I got scared. Trustpilot emailed me and was like, we removed reviews that were seen as fake. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm going to go look. It's going to say 200 reviews now. And they took half my reviews away. No, they took one. It went from 481 to 480.
I think
when I saw it.
Someone we knew.
Is there a link for the hotel for the boot camp? No. So what you would do, we sold out the room block a while ago. It's at the Current hotel. So you can just search the Current, book it right here, which is actually, it's 34% off on these dates, at least right now. I would just book it through the Marriott website. I have a ticket if anybody wants to come. I still got an extra ticket.
So I was saying I'm having a hard time getting profitable and preventing tilt, or just keep hanging around here. What trades are you taking? Are they looking like anything we're taking on stream? The way we manage them, the way we size them? Are you doing everything different than what we're doing? Because that's the blueprint.
That's the blueprint.
So just keep sticking around. Been a good week. It's funny because last Monday was my red day that broke that streak, and then since then I think I've had like 8 green days again.
Yeah.
Filthy.
Discord links in the chat there. Discord links in the chat. Do you guys copy trade?
We don't really copy trade. You can though. I just don't.
Yeah, you can. It just hasn't been something we've really jumped into. I'm more interested in just trading personal capital than I am copy trading.
Charlie, my discipline's been improving since joining. Good. Yeah, I think so. Just hold yourself accountable. See what the chat's doing. You see what we're doing, and then I'll try to
Clarence,
align
it's
your behaviors.
$9.97, brother, for both days. That includes your lunch. So it gets you into the room, it gets you fed for both days. And then you just got to get your flight, your hotel, your extra shit, whatever else you want. It includes also a happy hour. We're doing a happy hour for the first day. You get drinks and food with us there. And then there is a VIP dinner, but that's also another $300 because that's all you can eat, all you can drink, 3-hour open bar thing we're doing on Friday night. I tell everybody, I think most people come to the event probably allocated, especially if you're flying, probably like $2,500, $3,500 minimum flight, Ubers, food, So I don't think you should be, stretching to come. I don't want anyone to be in a financial position that's bad, but it's a really good investment for yourself. You will come out of it feeling so motivated, feeling like you've learned so much. Just go watch the videos from last year. I post the whole thing on YouTube. You can just watch it after, but it does not impact you as much if you watch it after as if you're there talking with us. You know what I'm saying? I actually wore this shirt last year there.
Yeah, with red shoes.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear the red shoes again this year. I don't wear them any other time. Where am I gonna wear red suede Nikes?
I don't know.
I
was like, what is he doing with these? Yeah,
I got those on discount, bro. Remember I bought those? They were like $90. I was like, snag that, because usually I feel like those are expensive.
Yeah. How high does she go?
Higher and higher, as long as
7,200 today.
there are more buyers.
Only another 30 points.
Don't get in front.
Crazy 1 minute view from like 1 a.m.
Even look at oil, dude. Look at oil. And look, it's on its way to our landing zone. VWAP is 75. So we'll see you at VWAP. That's start of year VWAP, I think, or Lowe's VWAP. Lowe's. April Lowe's VWAP on oil is 75. So we'll see another $4 lower for sure.
Still holding NQ. Crazy. Yeah, I mean, you guys can try to do like a 2-minute trailer or something. It's not giving you any signs to get out, but definitely walk away with something. Don't trail the stop too loosely and give back a big part of this move. On a Friday, we've had a great week. The month's going well. It's very exciting to want to hold this until 4. But many of you are on a prop account with a consistency rule anyways, so can't really walk away with $5,000 today anyways. You're going to be tapped out at a max profit.
I know, Dennis. It's been too long, bro. I haven't seen you in a minute.
Sura, yeah, really good job. Scalped it twice off you up. Well done. Sura 121. Robert, I don't know.
Trev, don't even say that. No forecasting, Trev. We just react to VWAP. Forecasting gets you nowhere.
Yeah, what? Yeah. Yeah.
It could rip even harder, bro. Do not bet against the Trump market. Didn't he teach you that in Liberation Day? Didn't he teach you that when he said to buy and then it was the day it was the bottom? Like, didn't he teach you? That triple levered NASDAQ trade I took, you see how much that influenced me? I've been overly long biased since that shit, bro. When I nailed the bottom on that trade back in April of last year. That's been a year. It's crazy. Liberation Day tariffs were a year ago. Okay, let's finish the stream. Markup is on screen. This is Trade of the Day. If you're new here, please go watch Futures 101 and 2.0. We're back next week with a full week of streams. I ain't going anywhere. We're locked in now for basically 4 weeks until the boot camp. I'll let you know now when the boot camp comes. We will have 2 days where we are not streaming. Evan's going to try to stream to you guys maybe one day, but while we're in Tampa next month for the boot camp, we won't be on here. So everybody, lock in, set a really good intention to keep your calendar between now and then looking good, keeping the red days small and making sure you're stacking green. Whether you catch the whole move or not, I didn't say that. That has nothing to do with our job. Our job is get in, get on the right side of VWAP, make money, and get out of here. Stack it. So have a good weekend. Don't do too much trading. I know for some of you, it's been a long week. Decompress, and then Monday we go again. Okay.
See you guys.
Have a good one, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. See you on Monday.